3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Anderson. Anderson, and you're watching freaking Jiggy Jag TV.
Loud and proud, it's Jiggy Jaguar from JiggyJaguar.com.
Thank you. Good night.
The sound is like poison, and the people all around, and I call them my friends, even though they hold me down. Oh, and I know that even with their help, I've got no one to blame but myself. But can I get some sugar to help me feel alright? Sugar, 'cause everyone has a vice. Oh, sugar, oh, to help me feel this whole. Sugar for my soul. Hey! Come back, is how the story goes, where they put their money, when the future's up their nose. Oh, and I know all the evil in this place, so it shows itself in a old familiar face. Hey, hey. But can I get some sugar to help me feel alright? Sugar!
Posted online somewhere and it's hilariously strange.
I do have that flashing cop light we could just have in the background. Where it's like, this interview is while we're getting arrested.
Relax!
Yeah, we'll just go like
Just relax!
We'll find a cop to come like pull us out of here.
We should probably do this interview.
Okay.
Whenever you guys are ready.
We're good,
Are you
man.
guys gonna stand?
You guys are chatting amongst yourselves.
We haven't sit in a fucking car for like 7 hours.
I'm sitting. Some candid moments. How about you guys talk about one of your ex-girlfriends or something?
Oh man, we were talking about ex-girlfriends earlier.
This dude, he's the one who
bad.
picks up the strange on the tour.
Let's talk about Lincoln's future ex-wife.
Well, gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hindsight.
I'm
What's
Brad.
going on, guys? This is Brad.
Fuck. I'm Brad, and I sing and play guitar.
My name is Jesse James. I'm bass player.
I'm Andrew. I play guitar.
Lincoln. I play drummer. I play drums. I play drummer.
And you guys are from Texas.
From
Yeah.
Houston.
Houston,
oh,
Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Houston.
So, what the heck brings you guys to the Rusty Needle this evening?
Well, we have a long run of shows that we're doing. This is like our fifth tour,
Fifth tour.
and we're kind of had a number of dates. And as far as kind of finding Hutchinson, it was kind of a cool scenario where we were kind of worried because we played in Des Moines last night, and we were kind of concerned because we would have had a super long drive out to Colorado with no stops in between, and you know that kind of gets expensive when you're on the road. And we heard from a band that we've played with before, and some of our buddies in a band called Dead Horse Trauma. They're out of Des Moines, and they suggested this place, and we kind of messaged out here and hooked it up. So it was kind of a fun stop to come and play. So that's pretty much how it happened.
We heard it as a tattoo parlor too at some point. So we wanted to.
Yes.
That's why it's called the Rusty Needle.
Yeah, we wanted to
We
get
were
some
looking
ink,
for it.
but
Didn't see it. So it is.
It was.
thought it was folklore.
They moved to Main Street.
Let's go play there now.
I've been trying to get the owner for about 2 years to hold a blood drive here, because it would be fun. The Rusty Needle.
The Rusty Needle. Yeah.
Something for
We
the Red
won't poke
Cross.
you with any rusty. I'd donate some blood. I mean, you know, not now.
Sign him up.
So, you guys have a pretty cool music video on YouTube. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, so we just released a video for a song called Ashes that's going to be on our upcoming album that we're working on right now. Funny, as a matter of fact, it's kind of an interesting story. We've been working on this album for probably about a year and a half now, and right after we get done with tour, we're going back into the studio. And so we knew we were going on tour, and we already had Ashes finished, and we really just wanted to give people something new when we went out on tour. And so that's kind of why we did the video and released it. And as far as the video goes, it's kind of a new take on the whole lyric video thing that's popular these days. It's a metal song, and typically for us, when we watch metal stuff and listen to metal tunes, it's always fun to see what the guys are playing and the actual people performing the music. But at the same time, the lyric video part is cool because it kind of drives home the message in a different way. So it was shot by a guy named Albert Gonzalez in Houston, and he did just a fantastic job directing it. It was such a simple concept, but came out really, really cool.
Now, you guys have a couple CDs available. Tell me a little bit about your music that you've got available that you're on tour with.
Yeah, we've got 2 albums. The first one, self-titled, from, wow, it's been a while now. The second one,
2011 or so.
Yeah, the second one's what, 3 years old?
Yeah, 2014. Yeah.
And that's titled Momentum, and that's been our top seller lately, the recent one. And
we also have 2 videos off of that one for our song. 3 videos off of that one for our song In the Dark, our Unsaid, and Momentum. So we try to, each time we put something out, we always try to follow it up with media and video and stuff like that as well.
That's cool. So who handles all the social media in the group?
Guy.
You guys are on Twitter and
yeah, we're on
Facebook
everything.
and
I make sure we go everywhere. I even saw you posted a picture.
Yes.
Make sure to retweet it at that instant. You know,
he's real quick.
I'm
too.
on top.
It's kind of scary. Like, so. I don't know.
He's a big brother.
I try to do it a lot, but half the time it comes out really awkward and bad. So most of the time we rely on Jesse to do a lot of the media stuff.
Yeah, got the hashtag game down.
We all kind of have our own comic book character role in the band, for sure.
So if he does social media, who does? What are your guys' roles in the band?
Yeah, so Andrew does a lot of our like equipment, and we also have, we didn't use them tonight, but we have lights that trigger with all of our songs and stuff like that, and these cool light towers that he built. And Andrew handles like a lot of like just kind of like gear logistics and just stuff like that, and repairs. And Lincoln is given
jack of all trades.
Given that he's kind of like his profession is also like kind of in the financial world, he kind of handles a lot of the like the financial stuff for the band. And then I do a lot of the studio stuff and a lot of the kind of like song kind of development type stuff.
That's cool. So how did you guys get together? How did this?
Getting.
You guys are like the musical super friends.
It's like, yeah, it's like how much damn time do you got, man?
I haven't heard that name in years.
So I've known. So this version of the band has been around for about 4 years now.
First of all, these guys are related, so
yeah,
if you guys don't know.
Not by blood.
Not by blood. Not by blood.
By marriage. They're not married. There's anything wrong with that.
They're not
That's
together, you know. Together.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong.
They do share a bed every now and again. No, okay.
People are gonna watch this video.
His wife and his wife are sisters. So
people are gonna watch this video and be like, I don't know if I want to figure out.
It's kind of like a relationship scissors situation.
So long story short, this version of the band has been around for about 4 or 5 years, and prior to that, I was in kind of it was still Hindsight, but it was myself, Andrew, his older brother, and we had another drummer. And I've been playing with Andrew since we were like in high school, and so we just kind of. It's funny because as all of our friends have gotten older and stopped playing and this and that, we just kind of never found a reason to not play, and we all have we all have jobs and lives and stuff like that, but it's kind of like we're just why stop, So
there's a lot of reasons, but none of them are good enough.
Yeah, no reasons are good enough. I think people just convince themselves of some stupid bullshit for why they don't have to play anymore.
They're getting too old.
Oh, I'm getting old. I have to go to fucking social events with my.
I'm married. I have kids. Sorry for all those people that did that.
Yeah.
But it is possible. As these guys could
It is
attest.
possible to keep playing. So if you quit,
It's on you.
Don't quit.
Unquit.
Yeah.
Unquit.
There it is. Yeah.
form a band.
PSA for musicians out there.
But anyway, so we've been playing for a long time, and then our bass player and drummer, for kind of like life reasons, couldn't continue on, and so we were kind of like, what the hell are we gonna do for probably a year, and then through, we went through a few people, and then we were kind of like distressed about the whole situation, and then we called Lincoln, who knew us. I mean, we'd known Lincoln since we were like kids, and all of his brothers and stuff like that, and his family. So we did a rehearsal with him, and I just remember the first time we did a rehearsal, I was looking at Andrew, and I was like, holy shit, this is like the first time it's felt like the band since we've been trying to get it back together. And then I actually had met Jesse.
Where'd you meet him?
Ask them where they met.
In the gym.
They didn't rehearse that. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
Natural.
So there's the band, and then there's these two, and they could be like the Swole Patrol.
Oh, you should hear the
Street Sharks
conversation.
Hey, you want to know about protein? We could do a whole interview about protein.
Street Sharks.
Yeah.
These guys
anyway,
spot each other in the gym.
But what's
It's kinda
funny is
gross.
I actually was just I was in College Station at the time, College Station, Texas, and Jesse went to the same gym that I did, and he also played in a band in town, and they had just broken up. But we always found that when we got together, when you see like, meatheads in the gym and doing stupid, you assume they're just sitting there talking about, stupid meathead stuff and protein and bullshit like that. Well, what's funny is like, we'd be working out, and it was always like, hey man, did you hear that new record that just came out by this band? Or, oh yeah man, and we talk about playing and band stuff all the time. And I knew he played bass, so when we were looking for something, Jesse said, hey, you mind if I try out? And then he came out and landed the tunes and killed it. So the funny thing is, the very first show we did, we didn't do a test show or a test run at all. The first show we did was us doing support for Flyleaf in College Station in front of like 400 people. So they came up and killed it, and ever since then.
Yeah, we didn't tell him he was in the band until after that show.
Yeah, it was
that was
kind of
our
like,
audition.
It was kind of like trial by fire, and then they crushed it. So we were like, all right, cool. And then ever since then, it's just been like going from there. So, it was a while to kind of get all the material down, and then these last 2 years, we've been just hard focused on writing new stuff.
So you guys probably would be kicked out of Planet Fitness.
Too much, the lunk alarm or whatever.
No squat racks.
No squat. No
Judgment free, man.
Pizza
We don't
Fridays.
judge. We just judge you.
So social media websites, how do we get a hold of your music, all that?
That is hindsightrock.com is the main flagship. If you actually go to the hindsightrock.com website at the very top left, right now we're about to probably revamp the website with a new record to make it match the design. But right now at the top left, you have basically a button for every single social media that we're on. And, I try to be as active as possible. If anybody messages about show contact, trying to get in touch with us, hey, if they want to book us, there's a contact tab on there. If not, they can hit up any one of us or the band page and say, hey, we're trying to book you here, book you there. Usually if we're going to be going, if it's in Texas, we'll shoot it over and say, hey, this person messaged us, want to do a show. Try to get shows put together. If it's out of state, we try to line it up kind of like what we're doing now with these tours. Say, hey, we're going to be coming out such and such weeks. Let's do something then. And then if it lines up to where we're headed, we'll hit them up and say, hey, let's do something there.
We're available for kids' birthdays, weddings,
bar mitzvahs.
Yes.
Quinceañeras, if you want those too.
We will come and rock that shit out.
I won't do a bris.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we're on all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much on everything.
Never been to a bris.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, man.
And before I let you guys go,
Because everyone has a vice. Sugar, oh, to help me build this home. Sugar for my soul. Oh, Thank you guys. This one's called Go. Will you just calm down? The hate you can't bestow. Keep forsaken now it's driven you so mad. I wasn't a fool to think that a change of race might surely do you good when all the bad has made you blind. Let it go away. Read the words you should leave behind with the side of the curse that you could no mind. So keep